Welcome to Halloween again. Welcome to Tonic Live with me, Owen.
And Jodie.
And me, Daniel.
Hello,
I just dropped something. Here we go. Right, yep, good. Good.
Well, I wasn't.
We're having a good day so far.
Yeah.
Mr. Man can't work his phone out.
Yep.
Dan's losing things. We're doing well.
I know.
I think we're really good. It's been a stop, but that's it. That's our nice. You don't get that on the Chanda.
No.
Oh, believe you me.
They're
do.
What, but they just go ahead and just act like it's all.
As they're going 5-4, we're having conversations and it's got nothing to do with craft.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So insane. But yeah, welcome to Tonic Live. First time joining us. It's Tonic Studio. So Queen of Tonic herself, Jodie's here. What? Myself and Dan look after social here as well. And we do a tutorial and then we go through your questions, suggestions on the phone. And yeah, this is what it's it. And we're going to be sneak peeking a brand new launch that's coming up later this week with yourself. So
we are.
Tell us about
Friday we're going to do the Kaleidoscope boxes. So your Kaleidoscope boxes are broken down into different sizes. Okay, so do you want a sneak peek? So look at the size of that. You've got all the dies in there to make your top, your bottom, all your side panels and all your decorations. If I turn it over, this one's a bit of a mess. I should have sorted it out before. Look at the state of that. Hey, oh.
It shows how many dies are in
it
there.
has. It's loved.
Oh.
It's well and truly loved. Yes, let me just sort that one out for you. So you can see the size of that one. You've got all your inside edges, look, to be able to do your mat and layers on the top and all those beautiful flowers inside there. But then you can make them whatever size you want. So you've got side panels like that one there. So that one makes a box that's about 3.5 inches tall. You've got a box there that's going to make your box about 7 inch tall. And you've got another one there that's going to make your box 5 inch tall. So how big do you want yours, Mr. Owen?
as big as we can, please.
Yeah.
Go mad.
we did it. We had all the samples. We packed them up and they're in your car now, Jodie.
They are in my car. Yeah. I came down here and my car was absolutely jammed packed.
It was a low ride.
I couldn't get anything else in there. It was packed up to the roof like by me. You know, really up to the. I'm going back with just as much.
It's a monster truck now. It's just really high.
It is. Right, so let's have a look what we do. So as I say, you can make your box whatever size you want. So what I've done, I've used the medium size one. So to make the 6-sided box, we need 3 of those. So you've got all your score lines in there and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the decorative panels. Now in each set there's 2 sets of different decorative panels so you can make different designs. And we are going to run this one through the die cutting machine. So we're actually cutting into the card. They're all verso edged. Okay.
We've got Elizabeth with us, Rashmi's with us, Tracy's with us. Nice to see you, Jodie. Keep the boys in line. Yeah,
I try. It's hard. It's hard.
It's the other way round. We're trying to just keep her in order.
I do get my whip out occasionally.
It is.
Only
Dan
extreme,
likes it, but Owen can't.
only extreme circumstances, or when I ask for it anyway. Yeah.
Mr. Manual Machine.
Go on.
Go on.
Don't refer to me as a.
Yeah.
As
I think this is interesting actually.
A manual machine.
Oh, gee.
Owen, actually.
Yeah.
Manual machine. Well, that's my first child. Maybe that's a good name for
yeah.
manual machine.
Yeah. But
build his muscles up, girls. Yeah.
I'm trying to go to the gym. Not enough.
That's what you need. Is
When I started, I could hardly, what was that, a year ago? Do get a crafter's arm after a while.
Yeah.
A few days. We got Amanda's with us too. Sue's with Liz, Christine. Loads of people saying hey. Say hey.
Hello. Here we go, Angel.
There we go. Oh, more.
Hey, I'm going to keep you occupied.
For the whole thing.
No. I'm going to keep you occupied, sweetheart.
That would be the dream set, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just to do.
We're keeping you going.
Yeah.
So Owen is now cutting me all my panels into there, all the decorative panels, okay? And then what we're going to do, we're going to actually insert a colour onto the top. So maybe if you were making your box for things like potpourri for the aroma to come out of, then this is going to allow you to be able to do that. So we've now got all my panels that I want, but I want decorative ones to go over the top. So what we do is we're going to cut the base core shape first. So you've got all your base core shapes in there. So we need 2 of those. So here we go, Angel Pie, all yours. It's nice crafting together, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So you do all the hard work.
Yes.
I'll just.
This isn't exactly the fun bit of crafting, is it? I kind of like the stick. Do you want to do it? I'll do the sticking. Actually,
no, you don't want to do that. No.
I prefer not to.
All right, so that's that one. So that is going to be one of my decorative panels. And while you're cutting the other one, I shall just explain the different ways of putting this together. So we've got the detail cut into the box side. Now these ones are going to fit perfectly, as you can see, behind. So you can have that colour shining through there. Yeah, it's that lovely detail popping out. Or we can recut this one with a detail die and place it over the top, which is what we're going to do. So, nice clean die. And then we can cut the detail into there as well.
Do you usually cut everything before you make a box?
Oh,
Usually
I do.
You do it all. So
I do. I cut all my bits together, make as much mess as possible, and then stick everything.
Do you tidy it away at that point?
You must be joking me, Owen. You must be joking me. Yeah. One day, you and Dan can come up and do a live in my office at home.
I thought it was all for show.
Yeah.
I thought it was show. I thought you're really a really tidy person. You just do it to keep.
Oh, Owen, no, darling. You and Dan must come up and do a Facebook Live in my office because they'd wet themselves.
Is it this room? Is this?
It's like a shop.
Wouldn't know where to look.
But dirty.
Yeah. So much.
You open every cupboard and it's like, oh my God, how much stuff does this woman need? So, some people think I've got a problem with handbags and shoes. Yeah, until they.
Is that another room?
Yeah, until they come into my office and they see the amount of craft stuff in there. So let's place that one on there. And you can cut that one out as well. So I'm just going to take out. Oh, hello! I've just moved Mr. Ferg.
We got near camera.
So I'm just taking out any of these little bits that are left in there. Now the detail on these are beautiful. We are using an extra thick card here. Now if you don't like poking, the best thing to do is emboss before you take your die away. Now if you emboss it, it pushes that cardstock further into your die, and then a lot of those little bits will automatically come out. So let's just take that, give it a good old flick, and then take any of those bits out. So just the last couple coming up. Now the floor was clean in here until I came. Yeah, and I'm afraid
We'd only just got it clean after Monday's craft battle, but like now we're back, and
it does go into a never-ending loop though, just making a mess, clean up, and then going back again. So it's
not the sort of place you can. It's not. Oh, can we try and keep it tidy this time?
No,
because it doesn't. Because like Jodie come down.
Yeah, because Jodie does cleaning up like that.
Yeah.
Paola does a cleaner type of like. Not only are her cards a cleaner, like when Paola leaves, there's sort of a. It's like an immaculate.
I don't know. It's still pretty messy, I think.
I've seen. Well, Ali's Ali's like a middle ground. I think she's like fairly tries to tidy stuff away, but Jodie, there's like, it's the best way I think to have it, just like that.
It's everywhere. So all I'm doing now is I'm just placing the adhesive onto those larger areas. All right. So just all the way down those brackets, and we're going to stick those directly over the top of itself, so you can't actually see that teal popping through. But what you do have is an area that you can see through. So if you want to put tissue paper in there, maybe a silver tissue paper or a teal tissue paper, you could. And as I say, with things, smelly things, because you've got the holes in there as well, the aroma would come out of the holes. But these make perfect gift boxes. They're absolutely stunning.
When you think of putting your colours together, were you always like good at putting colours together? Like you are, or are you? You know, what do you think of when you decide what you put stuff together with?
In my office, I have a whole rack down the side of my desk, and it's all pigeonholed. Yeah. And I stand there and I go, right, what am I going to use?
Yeah. And you go, what?
And that's where my colour combination comes from. I stand there and I'm like, which ones have I not used for a bit?
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
that's it.
Good.
Literally.
I always think there must be just some sort, like. Through time, you got an eye for it. You know what goes with.
My favourite colours are black and red. I love black and red together. I love teal and chocolate brown as well. But when we're doing cards for TV, then we're picking colours that work on TV. So pastels don't really show up on TV. So we'll use very minimum pastels.
So that's something. Yeah, we do have to consider. When the ladies make the design cards, there's some colours we can't use. We'd love to use. But they don't pop so much on screen, and you wouldn't be able to see the details so well.
So what we normally say to members of the DT, and this will work for you as well. Make your card, put it on a mantelpiece, and walk away from it, and then turn round. And if you can't see the impact piece that you want to be able to see, then there's something wrong. It's either the colour or the matte and layer.
Sentiment.
It's all about when you give a card, you want people to see it, don't you? From a distance. Oh, who's made that?
Yeah.
So if you walk away from your card, have a look at it, and if you can't quite see either the sentiment or the element you want, then go back and put a matte and layer behind it, or maybe just a black matte and layer to make that item pop. And that's how we do it.
The Jodie turn. So
Jodie
you
turn.
walk and then you swivel like a Wild West star, and you just swivel on your toes and see. So that's a good tip to do. I think me and Dan, well, judging by that wall of there, like probably need to do that. But I think someone said, say Joan Carter regularly says, "Oh, and watch what Jodie does." That's what I'm trying to
trying to learn. Pick up tips.
Right, so that's one panel complete. The second one is now going to stick onto there, and the third one is going to stick onto that panel there as well. So just run that down, and now it's just a case of taking your last one off. Let's just make sure that's bent.
And you could do that with glue as well.
Clear glue, hot glue, whatever you want. So then that one is going to come in and stick down there. So that now is the beginning of your box. Okay, so we need the top and the bottom of that now. So I've already cut them out. So when you use your die, that is what you're going to get. You're going to get all the shape, you're going to get all the embossed lines in there as well. And I've already gone on and put my high-tack tape already on those. And as Owen says, you can use wet glue, hot glue, whatever you want.
If you show where you've put them on there, Jodie, on there, because maybe you don't pick it up on the top cam. You put them on just on the flaps on like the fold.
Come here, Mr. Daniel. Yeah, so these little tabs here have just got the adhesive on. Okay, so that edge there, let me do it close to you, see if I can do it close to you. It's just going to come and stick over that edge there. Okay, so let's find out where we were.
We've got a few people on YouTube as well, so we do tend to sometimes forget about it, unfortunately. Apologies, not a deliberate. So we've got Julia saying hi, Susan Bennett saying hi, Dawn Whitford saying hi, Jodie and Owen.
Hello!
Is it Gil or Jill saying, I newbie here playing with my Tonic Craft Kit while watching for the first time. So there we go. So yeah, if you have had your Craft Kit, there's loads of inspiration on our website, Tonic
I've just been playing with the next one.
Yeah. Wait for that soon as well. So yeah, if you haven't bought it already as well, it's available. The next month's available now, so make sure to jump over to toniccraftkit.co.uk for that.
And we filmed a really good tutorial with Jodie as well. So we've got that coming as well with the kit. So you're always going to have that inspiration with it. You know, if you've ordered your kit. Yeah. So from a load of the design team and crafters. So
if you haven't seen it already, there is loads of inspiration for the Flix kit on our website as well.
I'm covered in it.
It's like a tassel jacket you've got.
I normally am covered in sticky
Suede.
buds. Yeah, I've even walked around this supermarket with 2 sticky buds there. Don't even ask. Yeah. Right. So you also get all the decorative little panels as well. So these little babies are all decorative panels, are all completely different. I particularly like this one because it's really leafy, it's really nice. So I've already stuck them on one. We are going to stick them on the other one. So let's just quickly, now with the adhesive, what I like to do is put the adhesive on them all first of all, because then the adhesive is starting to dry, it's starting to go tacky. So all those, all the way down. And then start with the one that you've just put the glue on. Now you can do this when it's flat, it is easier.
Why do you want it to go tacky in this?
Because you want it to stick, don't you, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, glue that's not tacky is not glue, is it?
But isn't it as sticky as when it started? Is that not?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm learning so much.
No, it's not.
Like
glue.
The longer it's out of the container.
Yeah.
That, so like we had a sort of an incident on Monday when I was adding gilding flakes with the glue.
That's what I was telling you.
And I did it straight away, and I thought, I'll get the gilding flakes on as quick as I can because it's added gluiest when it's wet.
No, Nouveau is completely different. Nouveau pens are completely different. Yeah. So Nouveau pens are sticky when they're dry. Yes. They're dry sticky.
That's what I was telling you, and everyone else was screaming in the comments saying that how horrible it was, and then that's when you should have.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was just that's the peak time of wetness.
No.
So you should get it on there while you can.
Nouveau pens are a completely different adhesive to the deluxe adhesive. You do need to just let it dry just a tad before you try and stick it on. Okay.
Otherwise, you'll end up like results with that card right there that's on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's just not so great.
So that's the last one. So that's going to be either my bottom or my top. Now I'm going to give you a tip. Okay, because when you put these boxes together, and this is where Mr. Dan and his camera is going to come in. Let me just take these off. If you do it too tight and butt your edges right up, then you're going to have problems putting your lid on. So what you need to do is you need to go against what you would normally think. So don't put my elbow on that lid. Okay.
You have a scissors stuck to your arm.
Yeah, so you would normally think you would bring it butt upright like that, yeah? But what you need to do is just bring it to the score line. So can you see that it's just on the score line rather than butt up to the other one? So let's do the other one. Let me just bring it in. So it's not right up to its friend, but just butt up to that little score line, okay? Because otherwise you'll find it really tight to be able to get your next one in. So we're just going round.
Yeah, I got a few people here, so loads of people loving the glue just generally, glue fans. Sandra says, yeah, I do the same, and sometimes I think I'm not with my card, I stop making a card and go on 30 minutes later. Do you abandon a card ever?
Oh yeah, all
the
the
time. It's like halfway you go, that's not.
All the time, you know, many a time if I'm making cards for shows and I'll get to the point, I'll get to maybe the 8th card, and when you're making 8 to 10 cards with one dot die set, you
inspiration.
Yeah, so you get to that point and your mojo's gone. So if you put it to one side, go and do something else, then come back to it, you will generally be able to pick up a thread, be able to pick up a way of doing it. If you don't,
do you sometimes think, okay, rather than just spend any more time on that, let's just
I'm not a girl like that.
Is that just a big mound of
yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we've now put in that inside. So we've put the adhesive on the inside edge, okay, and it's just a case of manipulating over the top of those little arcs, okay, and also your little flap on the inside. There we go. So that is in. So all you're going to do now is go round and just press all those side panels into the base, okay. So that there has now got its bottom on.
Damn, you got a really cute lantern as well.
Yeah,
It looks
beautiful
awesome.
little.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the lid. And I've already die cut all the beautiful design in there. Now I've done an amazing paper piercing with this and coloured this all in with one of the pens. You'll be able to see that on a Chandra on Friday, but it does look beautiful as a card.
So yeah, these are Chandra Friday 10 AM with Jodie this afternoon as well. And we'll also be putting up a video of showcasing a lot of the stuff that DT have made, hopefully by the end of the day. So if you want to see
samples that are now in Jodie's car.
Yes.
Not from Jodie's car.
They will be travelling all the way up to Sheffield in just under an hour.
Usually they do go by post. Jodie doesn't have to come down to South Wales every time.
Not every time.
Be a bit much, I think.
I sorted all the old cards out and put them into the conservatory, and the daughter says to me, "Mother, there's no way you're going to get that lot in the car." I'm like, "Look, love, I'm good at Tetris." So this is the lid. So this is going to go straight over the top. And how hard was that? So that's your medium-sized box. So if you imagine, that one's your large box. Oops, let me grab that one. And that one's your small box. Let's bring that in for Mr. Dan.
Thank you.
There we go. You'll be able to see your 3 different sizes in boxes there. But they're beautiful. But don't forget they're all Verso dies. So you could use those on your card fronts as well. But there's one particular die in here. Excuse the pun now, but it's to die for.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good pun, that.
Oh,
it's a good pun.
It's used a lot in the craft industry, but well, it's rightly so.
It's amazing. It's this panel here. That one will actually duplicate, so you can die cut over it. So you can make a A4 sheet, a card if you want, all in that design. And it just loves Nouveau drops. It looks absolutely divine when it's cut into a big long strip. So I've done one box and I've literally taken the large one I've done all the top with it as well. It looks beautiful. It looks really, really rich.
Like you were saying about the sizing, they're a really good size for. And if you're thinking of gifts, you're not going to be constricted with it, these, especially with the bigger one as well. Yeah. So yeah, think of them, in that way as well. But yeah, you could do like a nice little lantern, something like that for a mantelpiece or middle of your table, things like that. Nice.
I know you've glued the base to it, but I suppose you could glue both tops, or top and bottom, to make it like secure inside, or neither. Would you do neither?
You could do whatever. If you want to say fold it up, obviously you won't be able to fold your top and your bottom, but your middle panel would fold flat. But also another tip that learned by my mistakes. Okay, if you die cut into that bottom and then put the card on the inside edge, it makes it too tight for you to be able to put your sides in. All right, because obviously you're reducing the width of the hole. Yeah. So this is only for your bottom. Yeah. So think about just either putting a matten layer on there or die cutting it and leaving it. Yeah. Because if you don't, it becomes too tight to be able to get your interior in. Yeah. And it's most infuriating when you get to the end and set it all up and you can't get it in.
Yeah, that is very. Yeah. I think we've all been there.
There we go.
Expected a bit of that, did we?
There you go.
You're a bit red, babe.
The last time, Well, it's the lights. It's the lights.
Yeah, it's infectious.
The lights. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Really pleased with that. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. We got, that's on Friday now, about 10 a.m. at Janda. So Jody's going to take you away slowly, innit? Just all the way back.
I'm there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to Janda. So
making a weekender of it. It's going to be it's going to be a great time. So there's going to be all the show times will be out there for you. The inspiration and everything like that's going to be up soon. They'll be in the Tonic Group. We'll upload all the samples and on Pinterest as well. Loads more to come from Jodie on Crafting with Jodie as well. You'll be able to find that out. Yeah, and that's it. That's it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and we'll see you all soon.